As the propaganda battle about Gaza continues, and the most extraordinary claims are being made on both sides. I think it's a positive that David Cameron has written a joint article with the German Foreign Affairs Minister, Annalena Baerbock, uh, saying, expressing concerns about Israel's conduct in the war with Hamas. So, it's something I've been saying for a while, but the question, what he then goes on to talk about is an immediate ceasefire. He says he's not calling for that, but he's calling for a sustainable ceasing of conduct. And our goal cannot simply be an end to fighting today. It must be peace lasting for days, years, generations. That we therefore support a ceasefire, but only if it's sustainable. We know many in the region and beyond have been calling for an immediate ceasefire. We recognise what motivates these heartfelt calls. It's an understandable reaction to intense suffering, and we share the view that this conflict cannot drag on and on. That is why we support the recent humanitarian pauses. Absolutely. Why would you question any of that? The the important thing really is to place this in the context of the extraordinarily gauche statement by the Israeli ambassador to the UK saying that the two-state solution is off the table and Israel has no desire to have a peaceful coexistence with the Gazan Palestinians, or indeed with any Palestinians. It's nonsense. And if that is the pronouncement of the current Israeli state, it's wrong. There's videos coming out at the moment, and they're deeply offensive, suggesting that the events of October the 7th have been exaggerated in order to in order to enable and defend and motivate the Israeli attack on the Gaza Strip, which is utterly repugnant. Utterly repugnant. I don't like conspiracy theories in the first place, and I don't think that the Israeli response is motivated by anything other than a fury at the heinous October the 7th attack. And equally, I don't think there's anything that can mute the horror of that attack. And the people who are taking to social media to say that it wasn't wholly real are just mad. It was wholly real. And you have to weigh up the two different situations. The attack on Israel on October the 7th and the Israeli response, an attack on the Gaza Strip and attack on the West Bank and the continued empowerment of the settlers in the West Bank. So there's really three issues, all, I would argue, independent of one another. They are linked with a sort of concept, but it doesn't follow that questioning the behavior of Netanyahu is anti-Semitic or anti-Zionist, that supporting the Palestinians is supporting Hamas or condoning the October the 7th massacre. It doesn't follow. Hamas must surrender. Hamas must lay down its arms. Hamas, I think, must be disbanded. And Israel has every right to defend itself, as Cameron says. Hamas barbarically attacked Israel, and still fires rockets to kill Israeli citizens every day. Yesterday, there were rockets fired into Jerusalem. And Israel has a right to defend itself. But it must be by international humanitarian law. And in a scene of war, it's difficult to exactly determine what that is. I think it's about making a statement that manifests the humanitarian ideals of a civilized country. And that means accepting refugees from the Gaza Strip. And I think Israel must open its gates to Palestinian refugees, particularly those who have been injured, those who are sick, those who are struggling for hospital attention. Israel has the hospitals and has the resources and should have the motivation to care. And it's a very small ask, but I think it would be a significant statement of a visual statement of commitment to the principles of civilized life, which I'm afraid are fast being eroded.